Hello. Oh, good evening. I know exactly how long that intro is because I make it. I made that. It always catches me out by surprise, even though the end shot is always exactly the same. Hello. Good evening. Hope you are all well. Hope you can hear me. That's normally the first thing that we have. Then you can see me. I know we pretty much touch wood starting to get a grip of this technology, aren't we? Week 5. I should probably every week do exactly the same again. Introduce the show, Kev. I've even got that down. Point number 1: introduce the show. Never do, never manage it. Hello, welcome to Heat 5 of Noki 2020. I think I'm going to do a bit of that tonight. Actually makes me look heavier, not slimmer, as I hoped it might do. Welcome to Heat 5 of the new online UK Comedian of the Year competition 2020. With me, Kev Rook, week 5. I know it literally feels like five months maybe since we started this competition. First of all, what kind of idiot? The 6 heats, absolutely crazy. I'm a bit of tech info there. Johan Baker is excited. Good. I'm going to try and leave the mic still. Apparently that messes about with the sound and stuff. I feel very movie this evening. Good luck, everyone. Look at this. Baker's getting involved. There's Jesse, of course. Yo as well. Nathan's back. Hello, Nathan. Look, all of you, that's great for getting involved, and that's one of the things that we want you to do, actually. If you're out there in the real world, not on this internet bubble, as all of us are our performers for you tonight, our brave contestants that upstood like that. Oh dear, it's going to be a weird show. I apologize in advance. Not from the acts, I'm sure. Again, 10 amazing acts for you this evening. Every week we are causing drama, aren't we? I don't know if anyone was keeping an eye on the comment section last week. There was some big trouble going down after we revealed the 2 acts that have gone through. I got a right slagging off, but I don't mind that. That's all good. It's good that people are passionate about their friends, stand up and willing to support them right to the end. So thank you in a roundabout way, I guess. Thank you very much. But no, here we are. Heat number 5 already. It's only taken us 5 years to get there. And Heat 5, 2 acts will go through this evening. Our penultimate heat. Oh, yes, one more next week. And then the final on September the 20th, where, I don't know, what would it be, about 800 acts by then. We've whittled it down to about 800 acts who will be competing for the title of Noki. What is the title? The new online UK Comedian of the Year 2020. We will call them the Noki 2020. That will be their nickname from that point onwards, but obviously until 2021. Maybe we'll keep calling them it for a few years beyond that point. I'm sure the memory of lockdown and this year's competition, mainly me, will be scarred into the memories of many people. But no, thanks so much during the week as well. Some lovely comments from so many of you getting involved, chipping in a few pounds as well, because look, there's a few little things that we asked from you for this free show, sat at home on your chaise longue, maybe you're in the hot tub. Mind out, don't plug in your devices if that's the case. We don't want any electrocutions during the show, although great publicity, to be fair. I mean, maybe, I don't know if there's any, what word am I going to use? If there's any tossers out there, no, that's, I don't know. Look, nothing bad, just good publicity. All publicity is good publicity, Kev. It doesn't matter what they do, does it? We'll see. Just sharing, basically. That's the first thing that we ask you to do. Get sharing. Invite your friends. Tag them onto the live stream. Get them involved that way. That really helps us out. We want as many people as possible to watch this tonight and to support all the amazing acts. The second thing that you can do is obviously give us a follow. Give the acts that you like a follow as well. We'll give them all a shout out with their social medias and everything afterwards as well. But you can also get into the comments and give us a shout out there. The few people that already have this evening, they're filtered, obviously. If we put up I mean, some of the stuff that comes through is hardly legible, to be honest with you. There's also some very hurtful things that are put up on there about myself as well, I must add. So I must add, very rarely about the acts are normally massively positive about them. So say nice stuff about them or criticize my shirt, it then seems to be that Kane will put you up on screen. So that seems to be the way if you want to get your name up onto the live feed. And the other amazing thing that you can do for us is feed the dog, as we call it, the nodding dog, which we refuse to show you every week. Obviously, we're going to build up to that at the final. We have to leave a major reveal. There you go. It's down on the screen at the moment. If you like what we do and you want to support us here at Nodding Dog Comedy, the live shows, everything else that we're into as well, then you are able to, I've just been asked if dogs are allowed to go to one of our live gigs. We don't recommend it. I mean, obviously, if they're a side, you know the terminology for if they're what do they call that? There's a special name. I don't think you call them guide dogs now, do you? And you know what I mean. Whatever the modern term is for that, obvious. No, they're not allowed. Tie them up outside and fend for yourself for the 2 hours while the show is going on. Oh, here we go. Look, now someone else is Nathan's trying to get in there already with his own publicity. Of course he is. He does this every week, guys. He tries to hijack the show. I don't know why we give him the platform. But yeah, you can chip in a few quid if you like what you're seeing tonight. Look, if you've been watching the whole thing, there was meant to be only 60 acts. Most weeks something's gone wrong and like 14 people have logged in saying, no, I definitely got an invite. Yeah, I made it through to these. No, I did as well. And administration, hey, nightmare. So there's been like thousands of acts that you'll have seen during the course of the competition and the amazing guests that we have every week as well to entertain you while the judges are deliberating. So why wouldn't you chuck in like a £5 per act? You know, what's that like 800 quid or something? Like, is that too much to ask? £800 from all of you. Service dogs, no, they're police dogs, aren't they? Service dogs, probably. I don't want them at any of our gigs. Hey, you know what I'm saying, guys? Sniffing around. Ooh, we're pretty rock and roll at our live gigs. So yeah, I don't know if you want any of them around there. Obviously, officer. No, they are most assistance dogs. Someone else said that might be right as well. They all sound wrong to me. But keep your suggestions coming in. There's no prize, a little competition though, if you want to. But look, as I said, we've got an amazing lineup for you tonight. A ton of acts. It was a hard enough decision picking who made it through from the applications, of which there were hundreds, to be on the actual show live for you as well, let alone then when we have to choose who it is from the 2, the 10, the 2, you know what I mean, that are going to progress and are going to get through to the final on September the 20th. So show them some love in the comments. Massively appreciated as always. And look, what we're also going to be doing tonight with any monies that you're kind enough to support us with during the show as well is we're going to pass on the love. Pass on. I said that as if that was a foreign word, didn't I? We are going to pass on the love this evening to some great friends of ours. Mine personally, if you've listened to any of my podcasts, any shows that I've ever done before, you normally hear me at one point during each episode saying how much I love the Stand comedy clubs, and I do. Has to be said. When I was a bit of a performer, bit of a stand-up myself, don't ever like to mention it or go on about it, obviously, guys. But they were always my most favourite venues to go to, the pinnacle of my career. And I appreciate by doing that with my fingers, my head might as well be the word twat. I don't like it when people do that. It was a natural reaction. I apologise. But look, no, I always love that. And the pinnacle of my career, if I dare call it that, was getting to do a weekend up in Glasgow at the Stand up there. Amazing place, amazing people, and they're in a bit of financial trouble at the moment. The Scottish government don't seem to be supporting the arts and the comedy venues. I know you wouldn't believe this, but maybe as well as we are in the in England. So they need some help. So look, any money you chip in there as well, we're going to be doing a donation of obviously as much as we can. We'll chuck in some to that as well, and we'll be sending it to our good friends north of the border, who we absolutely love and deserve Yeah, amazing venues, special places. So yeah, that is the rambling from me. It's only been 11 minutes, so I don't want complaints. Where's the comedy, Kev? I thought this was a comedy show. We're still waiting for the comedy to start, because that's how people that complain talk, isn't it? In that voice normally. Seeing eye dogs. Now, that could well be correct. Seeing eye dogs. What do you call them? But of course it's eyes. It wouldn't be seeing ear dogs. So why would they put in the word eye? It's not as easy. You're probably right and go, no, it is easy, Kev. You're just saying that the correct answer is wrong. I'm not too sure. There'll be one will come through. That'll be Bob on. Nathan can't even criticize my shirt. Look, enough of this mad ramblings. As you know, as always, we like to make it as much like a real gig as we can, because I know that you guys at home are really getting into this, shouting abuse at me as you're meant to. You're MC, that's my job, that's your job as well, and then just showing amazing love and support to all the acts that are on as well. They're all from some very, real places. I know they're real places, but nowhere that normal, to be fair. This week, someone else is claiming it's seeing eye dogs. That is ridiculous. Remove that from the screen immediately. Fake news. I will not have those lies up on the screen. I'm going to research that myself. So all I'd like you to do is, where should we pick? Let's pick the Stand Comedy Club, shall we, in Glasgow. And that's quite apt. For you. Some people might think this is fixed, but Glasgow is actually, I believe, on my piece of paper at least, so it's now true, the hometown of my first act. So I would like you in Glasgow, in the Stand, if you've gathered around the Stand with candles, vigil of some sort, I'm sure, is going on up there right now. Just start a little respectful Scottish round of applause. Try not to swear too much or get too drunk this early on, and spread that around Scotland, please. Bring that down south. Amazing. Keep it going. Go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage your first act of the evening. It's Jimmy Longmuir.
Cheers, thanks very much, Kev. Well, obviously I'm here to tell some jokes, but given the format, I feel like I should be issuing some kind of plea or assurance to the camera, like, I'm okay, they're feeding me, no one's hurt me, but can you please make sure the funds are transferred by close of business on Friday? One thing they say when you're starting comedy is be yourself. Well, here I am. I've ended up completely myself in my house doing comedy on my phone because I'm desperate for validation. I don't think be yourself is always the best advice anyway. Would you say that to Jeffrey Dahmer? Be yourself. I can imagine Jeffrey Dahmer going into work one day ready to confess everything, and he goes up to a co-worker like, oh man, I have to tell you something. I keep going to bars and getting drunk and hitting younger guys, and then I bring out my sleeping tablets. Some fucking idiot in the chocolate factory is like, Jeff, it's all good. Just be yourself. And Jeffrey Dahmer's walked away thinking it's okay to keep heads in the fridge and try and turn people into sex zombies. But it's just probably a daft thought I thought up through lockdown. Lockdown was okay at first. I managed to keep myself safe, well and busy. I mainly kept myself busy by assuring everybody I know in the different apps that I was safe and well. By 3 months in, whenever anyone texted to ask how I was doing, I felt like texting back, I'm doing the same as you now, fuck off. Although we did have a good situation midway through lockdown with Captain Tom Moore. Captain Tom Moore's a 100-year-old man, done 100 laps of his garden and earned in excess of 40 million for charity. I thought that was amazing until I really thought about it. And we've seen old guys that like to keep fit, charm the public, raise money for charity and have a presence around the NHS and the pop charts before. And Jimmy Savile made fools of all of us. And I'm probably just being paranoid, but for now we should definitely keep the lads and lasses well away from him, certainly by at least 2 meters. I get sick of wanking in lockdown. I didn't even think that was fucking possible, wanking. I blame 5G. I think David Icke was right about that. I thought 5G was going to be good news for shitting porn addicts. Even monkeys in captivity enjoy a little wank from time to time. I know that for a fact because that was an awkward family outing. Although what do you do if you're a zookeeper and your monkey keeps wanking? I'm sure it's much harder to explain to an 8-year-old why a monkey doesn't have any hands. See, I've done a few jokes about the lockdown, but I'm not going to make any jokes about the coronavirus itself because I'm old enough to remember jokes about the planes in 9/11 and none of them landed. I came off Tinder at the start of lockdown, which is probably just as well because I was in a relationship. But I was hesitant to call it a relationship at the time because my last relationship was so toxic, you could have used its energy to drive a DeLorean back to 1985. was okay at first. Turned out she was into stuff like arts and crafts and dance and steampunk, which turns out that's Victorian era cyber fiction, which was appropriate because she turned out to be quite the fucking gaslighter. But, you know, like I say, it was a toxic relationship. I played my part in how messed up it was as well. Like the last night we were in bed together, she told me that I was selfish and ignorant. And, you know, she said something else, but I can't remember because I was having a wank at the time. All right, cheers. Thanks very much, guys. And like Kev says, try and save the Stand. Try and donate anything that you can to the Stand because it's a brilliant institution and we need to keep it alive. Thanks.
Superb stuff. Thank you very much, Jimmy Longmuir there. Brilliant start to the evening. Thank you very much. And almost like it was fixed. I've been told to stop moving the mic stand. It's really difficult to not very jittery. I normally move around a lot. Okay, I'm going to try to do that. Be professional. Brilliant start. Thank you, Jimmy. And yeah, as you said, look, I'll just remind you of that. Chucking money into Nodding Dog this evening. We'll also be making as big a donation as we can. And it doesn't mean like £1. Obviously, we're a nice folk here. We absolutely love the Stand Comedy Club, and someone else has said as well about Monkey Barrel. I know all the clubs in Scotland are going to be needing some help with the way that things are going. So if you're up there or not, if you're just a comic or a fan of comedy, there's no reason why you can't find an email address for an MP up in Scotland and give them a bit of grief, I think. Put some pressure on them, most definitely. Scottish stand-up is amazing. Such brilliant comics that have influenced the whole of the UK. World comedy have come from there, and yeah, we need to help out our mates when we can. So yeah, chip in, be much appreciated this evening. And a brilliant start there. Well, look, we're going to go straight into our next app now, and we couldn't be further removed in terms of, well, a couple of things, miles and life expectancy. To be fair, we're going all the way from Glasgow down to Brighton now. So put your hands together, go wild, go crazy, and please welcome to the stage, Charlotte Fox.
Is it on? Oh, it's on. Yeah.
It's there. You're there.
Weird. I'm using my hairbrush as a microphone live from the bedroom. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, amazing. So lockdown has finally been fucking lifted. Hallelujah. People are going to be like, do you remember that time in 2020? And you're going to be like, oh, fuck. Yeah, fucking 2020, don't fucking remind me. They're going to be like, oh, what happened? And you're going to be like, well, absolutely fuck all. Please talk to me about it no more. But one thing that has happened, though, is I've moved to Brighton, which is fucking awesome. I am loving it. It's literally like being at a festival 24/7. The people are wonky as fuck. Finally, somewhere I can fit right in. It's amazing. One thing that's really great is the beach. I fucking love the beach. Apart from on the weekends, it literally turns into a fucking biblical scene. Like post-lockdown, what the fuck did it do to everybody? I genuinely look down there and I'm like, oh my God, like, is Christ about to emerge like on a crucifix? And like everybody's going to be like waving palm fronds like disciples, like, but they won't be waving palm fronds. They'll just be waving like gay pride flags, and they'll just be like, oh my God, yes, Jesus Christ, superstar, he is fucking gay, God is fucking gay. You know what they're like, gays, they fucking love a party, love a protest. Another thing that's also happened on the seafront is this British Airways I-360 tower. So basically what this is a massive metal penis that has just been erected in the centre of the beach. And like I went up to it the other day and I like looked underneath, like looked up, and all I could see was just like this primed metal arsehole just sort of sliding in and out of it. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's pretty accurate, right? Gay capital city, mental, absolutely mental. I'm also living next to this place called the Rockery, which is amazing. And there's these guys that go in there and they just get blazed up like every night on the same bench. I'm like, fucking hell, guys, this is basically the Stonery, isn't it? It's the fucking Stonery. It's not the Rockery. Like you go through there and there's just like wafts of ganj, like I'm fucking like trying to get through the Ganges, through all these bloody clouds. The other day, I saw a granny on her hands and knees, no joke, on her hands and knees, just crawling along like tripping balls. I was like, oh my God, guys, what did you do? What did you do to Granny? She's like losing her mind. Oh my God, it seems to be freezing. I hope this is okay. But turns out she was just looking for a rare strain of butterfly. Yeah, so that's that. And also in Brighton, like, even though there's got a vegan menu, he's like offering organic flake, like, get your flake. But I'm like actually quite clean and sober now, so the only flake that I look forward to is a flaky phyllo pastry. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, going shopping at the moment, what a fucking nightmare. Like, with the masks, it's like a game. It's literally like a game. I took a wrong turn the other day down aisle 5, and a lady literally leapt into the minestrone, like, lost her shit. She literally must have thought I was like COVID personified coming down the aisle. Like, what did the lockdown do to people? People are
Oh, well, that was a triumph for technology there, wasn't it? Not only was Charlotte struggling a bit there, Foxy, was struggling a bit there. And then I had myself on mute like a true pro when you came back to me as well. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we lost the last 30 seconds, I should say, of Charlotte Fox there from Brighton. But no, thank you very much. All the same, fantastic stuff. That was a shame. She was really getting into that then as well. But these, you know, part of the challenge of Noki 2020 is, and I'm touching the mic again, is to leave your bloody microphone alone. And also the technology side, as you know, I had some great fun with stressful elements the first few weeks of the competition. Touch wood, we seem to be all right in Noki 2020 towers at this moment in time. Look, loads of love and stuff coming through as well. We've got people commenting about acts that they're looking forward to. Kate Bell getting some early love there. I think she's on last as well. So it's like the Glastonbury, isn't it? Waiting for your band to come on. It's nothing like that at all. I'm just digging really for words here at this moment in time. But no, fantastic start to the evening. As I've said a couple of times, chip in this evening. It's not just for us now. We are going to be helping out our friends up at the stand in Edinburgh, Glasgow and Newcastle, of course, where they have a venue. Great people up there. Definitely check out the stuff. They've got a direct way of donating to them as well. A true professional would have got that link ready. Maybe I'll do that at some point during the show. So there we go, 2 acts in. I mean, that's not the greatest build-up, is it, or introduction for act number 3. But we're moving slightly back up north now. As I said, the people that come on this for the working class comics, apart from Jimmy this evening, are going to be bitterly disappointed. I mean, we've got literally there's not one place without a cathedral basically on the list this evening, and you know, not even one that's been bombed or anything like that. It's still there. It's still a nice place. So you know, we had to have one heat though, didn't we, for all these guys and girls to go in. So look, if you could, in Glasgow, oh god, they're going to be furious now at the thought of who they might be clapping for now. Forget it, we're all on the same team this evening, I promise. If you can start the love there, start the round of applause again, spread it around over to Edinburgh, down a bit to Carlisle and all those other places in between, all the way down until you get to London, where this next act is from. And welcome to your lounge and mine, the magnificent Julian Moore Cook.
Hi, welcome to my room and my comedy set. Obviously, we are in a pandemic and tens of thousands have died. So it would be inappropriate and unacceptable for me to make jokes about that. So let's just leave the jokes to run the country. Congratulations. If you're watching this, you've survived lockdown and didn't get caught murdering your partner and or housemates, which means you've learned a very valuable, important human lesson. Don't get caught. Lots of conspiracy theories going around. Some people think that Corona is fake. I think that's bullshit. He's just a really genuine guy. You just really have to get to know him. Other conspiracy is that Corona was made in China. I think that's racist. Just because like everything else we own was made in China doesn't mean that Corona was either too. And yes, I have seen the microscopic images where on the bottom of the virus it says made in China, but I'm 95% sure that's not real. Flat Earth, another conspiracy. Fellas, if you ever want a chick to stop texting you, tell her you believe in flat Earth. She will be gone, a ghost, a memory forevermore. Ladies, this does not work for you. If you tell a guy that you believe in flat Earth, he'll be like, do you know what? I haven't looked at it in a while, but it does seem kind of flat still. As a black man, I was happy to see the Black Lives Matter movement make it here to Britain. So the British media asked the British media, is Britain racist? To which the British media replied to the British media, race? What's race? We don't know anything about race. You pesky blacks. Is Britain racist? This is a question people commonly ask me. Now, I say no. Besides all those other racist things that happened to me, there was only one sort of suspicious event. I'll tell you about it. 2 plainclothes travel agents approached me in the middle of the night, and they were trying to insist I take a holiday to a place I've already visited. Now, in fairness, I really did enjoy going back to Africa. We said, Black Lives Matter, and racist physicists said, all lives are matter. They said, no justice, no peace. I'm a bit more extreme than that. I say, no justice, no peace, no broccoli, no carrots, no green veg until we receive equality in Britain. Thank you for coming to my bedroom and my set.
And I think again, the internet gremlins are not liking us this evening. I think we were missing far too much of Julian's words there, literally getting 1 in 3 for it to be properly enjoyable. Unfortunately, I'm wondering if there's some kind of atmospheric. I don't know why I'm looking out the window as if there'll be like a kind of weather map, a big symbol up in the sky or something like that that's causing some problems for people this evening. It does seem to be a bit of a nightmare, and I'm going a bit flickery now and again. It's a bit close, isn't it? You know, I don't want to be one of those people that says we need a good storm, don't we? Get rid of this. We need a good storm. That will clear the air. But no, we do appear with a few of the acts to be struggling on that. So apologies, Julian. Nightmare. Great set though. Really enjoying it, mate. And I'm sure the judges obviously are going to take all of this into consideration. Comment there that don't put that up now because okay, well that's okay, well maybe yeah, it's producer's decision. I am not in charge of these buttons. That could be your connection. Well, that's very helpful, Kane, putting those messages up from my wife, seeing as you're the one that cut him off. That wasn't my end that happened. Hugh, you're probably correct, Hugh Janus. Is that a joke name? I'm not sure. The aliens are coming. They could well be, mate. That could be causing us some issues this evening. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just me and Kane that think that people are having issues, and we're just willy-nilly cutting them off. I'm sure that's not the case. We will review it closely though as we continue on this evening. All sorts of messages pinging in from here, there, and everywhere now. Sorry, not professional of me to read that. It's just with the studio. One day, wouldn't it be all nice if we're able to be like in the same room, doing like real stuff like this again? I know we are in some places. Obviously, in Manchester, still we're on a degree of lockdown, so we're still outdoor gigs here. Jealously, all on our tippy toes, looking over into the borders of places like Cheshire and Staffordshire, where people are actually in rooms again, albeit spread out, it would appear, further than we're needing to outside at the moment. But yeah, loads of amazing stuff going on. Ourselves at Nod and Dog Comedy, obviously, I've got our live outdoor gigs going on still. We're a week off this week because I'm going abroad, or the 2020 version of abroad. I will be in North Wales, along with every other fucker from Birmingham upwards, basically, in the country. I think that's where we're all heading to next weekend, isn't it? So if you see me, don't throw anything or criticise the clothes that I'm wearing. Then you probably wouldn't to my face, would you, Nathan? I wouldn't be quite brave enough to do it to my face, mate. But no, yeah, we're heading off there next week, and then after that, we're back with more live shows. Great stuff, though. Really enjoying and pings and pongs, and it's been a funny system tonight. Do you know what? Let's hope that we get through our next act. Who saved the day, has to be said. She's already got herself a few brownie points in coming in with one of the many. I tell you, we've had more dropouts this week than you'd get. I was trying to think of an example of this. I don't know, a Weight Watchers thong wearing contest. Maybe that's how many dropouts that we've had this week. And the next act was kind enough to jump in and help us out. So even louder, even more enthusiastically, if you will start the applause up in Glasgow, spread it around the country, go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage the wonderful, as I check her name again, Abby Clark.
Hello! Hello, lovely to be here. Let's hope we make it to the end. If not, it'll just be me talking to myself, which isn't that different. Hi, yeah, it's nice to be here, even though it's virtually. I mean, I've missed a lot of things during lockdown, stand-up included. I missed my nephew's first birthday, which is crazy. Like, I just can't believe it's been a year since my sister-in-law became a mother and my brother became unbearable. Time flies when you're hating. Do you know what I mean? I hate the baby too. He's a prick. He is. I'll prove it. They named him Finn because his birth was the exact moment their relationship ended. True story. I don't know if I'll have kids, to be honest. I've always been quite late to the game on things. I find it really weird that virginity is compared to as a flower, because flowers don't last long. I mean, my virginity was like a fucking oak tree protected by the National Trust. I thought I was never getting rid of it. I had to write to the council and everything. I do think it's because I had quite a fear of sex. I mean, I still do. I did have a fear of sex, and I do blame Robert Pattinson. I'll talk you through it. Stay with me. Because I grew up on a film called Twilight. I'm sure you know it. It's a movie masterpiece of our generation. It's a film in which Robert Pattinson plays a very sparkly, attractive vampire. But it's also a film, if you watch it in a sex ed capacity, which I did, in which Robert, the male lead, he won't have sex with Bella, the female lead, because he's too scared he'll fuck her so hard she'll die. I mean, that's what I took away from the film. I don't know about anybody else. But I mean, I don't know how well read you are on your vampires, guys. I've done my research. Zero blood flow. So I don't know how he's planning to achieve that deadly erection. It just makes me think that the entire franchise is actually just about a guy who lets a girl think he's a vampire, because it sounds cooler than erectile dysfunction. Sorry to ruin it for any of the fans. I mean, he does commit to the part, though. Bless him, Robert. Like, when they finally do have sex, it's a very passionate scene. He destroys the entire room around them, right? The only thing I've broken during sex is wind, let alone a chest of drawers. You got to hand it to him. Can you imagine having sex with a vampire and catching yourself in the mirror? It's bad enough to have to see yourself having sex. Even worse to see that you're alone. It's too real. I've just seen my mirror. I didn't even put that there. It's too real. It's too real. They don't show up in pictures either, so they make a very disappointing dick pic. I believe you, Robert. I don't know. No, it's not just Robert's fault. I'm not being fair to him. I think school sex ed didn't prepare us for reality. My sex ed teacher, right? She had however long to teach us everything we needed to know about sex, woman to woman, right? Not once did she ever even think to mention queefing. All right, don't be embarrassed. You're alone at home. Let it resonate with you. Just day one, first day of sex ed, you will deflate after use. I think it was worth mentioning. I don't know. I didn't know. First time it happened to me, I thought Mafoof was just making a real clear comment about the quality of sex I'd just had. Just Well, that was disappointing. And on that just real classy note, guys, I'm going to leave you be. You can find me on like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Abby Clark Comedy. Otherwise, keep supporting this event. Thank you very much. I've been Abby Clark.
Superb. Thank you very much, Abby. Great stuff. And you made it to the end. I mean, this wasn't meant to be a Gong competition, but it is literally the internet version of the Gong competition where, look, I do tease this guy a lot, and I shouldn't do because without him, this show wouldn't be happening at all. Kane from our Lord, our Savior. You can't see if the camera was pointing that way. There's a huge picture of Kane naked, fresco. I'm making up words this evening, aren't we? And you seeing eye dog apparently is correct as well. It has been confirmed by the Royal National Institute of the Blind. Have I made that up? I got halfway through that and I was thinking I was doing the lifeboat people, but no, I think I got the RNIB correct. Yeah, I think I did. Brilliant stuff, though. Great stuff there. But Kane, sorry, naked on my wall. How could I forget what I was talking about? From the amazing jokepit.com. Have you ever been to, you know, when like shows just run like podcasts you're listening to, and then say like some brilliant ones like you know, people, you put me on the same level as like Ed Gamble and James Acaster and people like that. And they're doing like the podcast, aren't they? And they're chatting away. And then one says to the other, so do you drink coffee ever then? And you go, oh, wow, doesn't sound like part of the show now. And they just like force an advert break in. Well, I don't know if you've ever been on the internet before. If you have you ever typed in JokePit.com, jokepit.com? Have you? Well, you should. It's really good there. It's a brilliant website. Not only is it visually orally pleasing on the seeing eye thing, really this is natural talk. I'm just saying this all naturally. It's amazing for stuff like this. A ton of live stream shows on there. They've adapted. They've shape shifted, as I said to Nikki Clark on BBC Radio 5 Live, another time when I was struggling for words and it didn't really fit the sentence. Never mind, I can't ever have that time back or another chance to not sound as much of a dick on national radio. Never mind, that will just haunt me every night I go to sleep. But you can check out that site. There's loads of live stream stuff going on, but also what they do there is when the world's normal, they're promoting live gigs as well. It's like you can buy tickets and go to live stuff for ourselves and loads of other promoters all over the UK. So please do check them out. And I just really naturally wanted to say that. Jokepit.com. Okay, brilliant stuff from Abby there. Well done for lasting your time as well. As I said, there's an added danger element to the competition this evening. I'm liking it. Do you like that? Should that stay? Thank you very much, Jess, for some words of encouragement. Did I look like I needed it? I thought I was being very confident, but no, thank you. Anyway, we already have comments of who should be going through. Abby Clark and Foxy to go through. Maybe they're leading the way so far. Who knows? Why have I started talking like this? I have absolutely no idea. Is it time for another act? Yes, I think we should get the next act on. And I've been looking forward to this next chap. As I said, everyone's from somewhere very posh, apart from poor Jimmy at the start. Poor Jimmy at the start. Next chap is from Canterbury. Wow, I know. Us people in Manchester can only dream of such riches and towns paved with gold. But this guy is from Canterbury. Please welcome to the stage. I hope they're there. I'm sure they are. The marvellous Captain Breadbeard.
Hi. I'm Captain Breadbeard, and I've got, well, you can see I've got bread where others have beard. I'm also a captain. Today I'd like to present to you my very own live ASMR. Today I'm going to be eating some bread Yeah, it's one of those express Tesco's. Although I don't think it's any quicker than a normal one. It's just there's less to choose from, so you get out quicker. Wait, Tesco's. Probably doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. I bought this bread last week. It was discounted. Had one of those yellow stickers on it. About to go out of date. Didn't say when. Maybe midnight. Who knows? So it's pretty stale when I bought it. 10p it said. So a real steal. I didn't steal it. I paid for it. 10p. And then, like you do with these bags, look, you can see the bag on it. It's one of those bags where once you open it, you need a bread bin. But I didn't have a bread bin. And I walked out of the shop and straight away opened it. In fact, we can listen to the rapper now if you want. Here we go. Pretty good, right? So we're going to get to the bread in a minute. So I'd opened the bag, didn't have a bread bin, but I thought I'd go home through the park. You know, the one with the ducks. And obviously, the thing is, it's always been the case, but if you've got a beard made of bread, ducks spell danger. Not literally, they can't write the ducks, but in every other way, they spell danger. You know, and I knew they were there, so I was walking quite fast through the park, looking over my shoulder constantly, because they can smell the fear. They can smell the bread as well, but I'm pretty sure they can smell the fear. There I was, sitting duck, but moving at the same time, and I dropped the bread, and it just rolled. Even though it wasn't a roll, it rolled into some mud. So you can probably see here, there's quite a bit of mud on this loaf. I didn't want to wash it though because I did wet bread last week, and I'll be honest with you, it wasn't very nice. But we're going to eat this one now. So it's muggy stale bread. Quite looking forward to it. Let's check it out, shall we? I'm going to listen to it first. Let's try the crust. Okay, here we go. I was pretty proud, actually.
No, that's horrible.
Wow. We looks like we've lost Captain Bradbeard, and I'm sure we were right to think that his if he does pop back up, we've got a little screen there. It'll be interesting. That'll be the outtakes. Thank you very much, Captain Bradbeard. There, a wonderful bit of ASMR. Beautiful, absolutely wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for that. In the little picture that I can see, he is still struggling. Bless him. Brilliant stuff. Well, look. We get all types of acts and all sorts of different things going on. Was that your it's a cup of tea? I was going to slice of bread, isn't a saying, but was that your perfect slice of comedy? Maybe it was. If it was, let us know in the comments and let us know all the way through who you want to go through. And obviously, chip in a few quid, not just for us this evening, but also for our friends up at the Stand Comedy Clubs up in Scotland, in Edinburgh and Glasgow, that we're going to be helping out and supporting this evening. I am now doing my very best not to touch the microphone and kind of more tangoing with it. This is, very central, not touching it at all, but dancing around it. Nathan there, my nemesis, says pure class, and I am not loafing around. Very good. Possibly the funniest thing you've ever said there, Nathan. Also, Elsa, I can't see what the pictures are when you put the pictures up. It just shows me little squares. I always assume it's something nice and not those dirty things. I don't think you do that. I don't think Kane would be putting them up if that was the case, would he? Look, are you ready for your next act? We are now going to Folkestone, which I think is that close to Canterbury? Canterbury Cathedral. is Canterbury and no, that's the other. Folkestone's the other side, isn't it? And the other, it's on the coast at the seaside. Anyway, that's immaterial. Forget that. Sorry, people of Glasgow, I feel like I'm mocking you with all these fancy, dandy towns down south, getting you to applaud them. Please do. We're all going to be chucking in loads of money for your comedy club tonight. I promise that we will do, Governor. And maybe I'll tell you a bit more about where I'm from soon, because I'm always feeling the need to comment on other places as well. So look, if you'll put your hands together up in Glasgow for us, spread it around. Oh dear. Go to Edinburgh, north, south, over into Wales. Haven't mentioned you. Well, I did. I'm going there on holiday next week, so I'm bringing you some money. I hope that makes you happy. Spread the applause around. Go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage the absolutely superb Ribs Norman.
Hello, I'm Ribs Norman, and I am a serial monogamist. I'm actually currently on my third marriage. I like to think of husbands as mobile phones. Once you've worked out what all the buttons do, it's time for an upgrade. And I tend to upgrade about once every 10 years. But I don't get a call from Vodafone. I get a text from my wedding planner. I started out with a pretty basic model, but my 3210 was very dependable. But I soon got bored playing Snake with him. So then I upgraded to a flashier model, which I imported directly from Nokia's headquarters, Finland, no less. But I didn't really get on with this operating system. No, you know how it is. You press the wrong button and then suddenly everything's in Finnish. You're malauta. My current model is French, and 3 years in, I've no plans to switch contracts. And this one can even cook. Technology these days. It's amazing. When we first met, he told me of his love for food, and then I told him that I don't eat bread, cheese, and I don't drink wine either, or eat meat. And it was at that point that I understood where the word cordon bleu came from. It's that pulsating vein in an angry Frenchman's temple. Now, my French model does have a few bugs, but he's very short-sighted. I mean, he's practically blind, to be honest. He can only see about this far in front of his face. But this is a wonderful thing, because lights on, lights off, who cares? And I've pretty much given up mowing the lady garden because, quite frankly, if he's close enough to notice, he's probably pretty committed to the task. To be fair, though, I'm also short-sighted, and thanks to the wonders of aging, long-sighted at the same time. It doesn't matter where a thing is, I can't bloody see it. But these magical devices are varifocal. So in theory, I am now Oracle-like and I can see everything everywhere. But fellow varifocal wearers will know that this is only true if you adopt the head movements of an inquisitive pigeon. Have you ever said something and wished you hadn't immediately? I do it all the time. I was at a club. Obviously not a nightclub, a comedy club. And I got there a bit early and I found myself saying to the bouncer, before I thought about what I was saying, I'm an eager beaver. And then I thought maybe I should have said that because maybe it gave the wrong impression, because as a 48-year-old married mum, my nether regions are less eager beaver and more narcoleptic sloth. And that's not the worst thing I've said though, no. Back in the dark ages, when I was at university, I had my eye on this fella, and I set the scene. I was coming back from a marine biology practical, and I was wearing my fetching white lab coat. And I saw this guy across the road, and I thought, oh, I'll go and say hello. And I trotted across the road, and before I'd thought about it, I said these exact words. If you can smell fish, it's me. Needless to say, he did not take the bait. I've been Ribs Norman. Thank you very much.
Superb stuff. Thank you very much, Ribs. Enjoyed that massively. Okay, so I have made a slight mistake, and this might come as a shock to these people watching. Elsa, who's watching now, I'm going to get you the real link that you need for watching, because what I've accidentally done is I have forwarded you the link, which is for the acts on the competition. And so you're currently backstage with us at the moment. I mean, if you're happy to, we can pop you guys up on screen. There we go. And so thankfully there was nothing untoward that you decided to do while you were watching the show. That I did notice at one point let's have a little chat. Why not? Live on. I can't unmute you. You'd need to unmute yourself, guys.
Hiya.
Hi, you guys. I'm so I have not done this for any voyeuristic reason at all. I promise. What caught my eye was there was a flash of blanket, and I went, "Hang on, which act is lying on their bed?" Elsa. And I went down the list of who's on this evening, and I was like, "Oh, Elsa asked me to send her the link for where to watch the show." So, how's it going so far? Anyway, you enjoying it? I mean,
We really enjoyed it. Thank you. Yeah.
We get a private chat. I didn't realise we were getting a private chat with you, and that'd be why.
Yeah,
Well,
we've basically got this VIP tickets. This is perfect.
That is a bloody
Don't
brilliant
tell everybody
idea.
else. We paid the same price that everybody else did. We
Well, I
got
mean,
VIP.
they were free.
Look, so thank you for taking it in such good sport. I was absolutely stressing massively.
Comment. That's why, because we're not listening on the
You're like in the studio. Yeah, this is like backstage VIP pass that you guys have got now.
It's a bit hot in our front room, and under this blanket, I've just got my pants on.
Well, when I said it was the blanket flashing that caught my eye, I'm being extremely polite when I say that, Elsa.
When Elsa said, "Oh, I just fired."
But thank you, thank you. All that you've. This is the best show we've ever done. Let's just say that much. This is the best episode there's been. Guys, I'm going to. You're welcome to keep watching backstage if you want, or you can just go to our Facebook page if you don't want us to be able to see what you're doing in the privacy of your own home there.
I'll go to the Facebook page, I think.
Okay, so yeah, just go to @Nodding Dog Comedy and you can keep watching there. Yeah, and
Thanks, guys.
Au revoir, adios.
No worries, you're welcome. I think. That was that could have gone disastrously. I thought I was going to get sued. Thank you for taking that in good nature, Elsa, and thank you very much to Ribs Norman as well with a brilliant set. They've been brought back up. Oh, that's actually them that can do that now. Okay, so yeah, so there's not a takeover. I'm going to kick them out. There we go. Get rid of them. They've gone. They could have hijacked the whole. This is Russian influence. I told you, stuff going wrong. Gremlins on the line, acts dropping out last minute. I thought there might be and a conspiracy there, but yes, you're Elsa to go through. Great set. Well, you didn't get to see what I saw, Nathan, but yes, potentially. Oh dear, Captain Breadbeard and Ribs, favourites so far from Avelina. Thank you, Avelina. You're there every week as well, aren't you? I really appreciate that. It's nice that we've got people that come back for the gibbering, and that was a great unexpected bonus. Maybe we'll just randomly in future, one lucky ticket holder will get the link through to the studio so that we can watch what they're up to while they're enjoying the show. Thank goodness that wasn't anything. That could have been absolute. I mean, talk about protection of that's got a word as well. I'm not going to be able to run data protection. Oh goodness, that probably was all. And there's you go, and she's back. Thank you, Elsa. Thank you. Phew, goodness. This show every week. Hey, you know you've got to watch because I will fuck up something quite majorly every single week, won't I? Goodness me. Oh, brilliant. I love the comment to say that that was your favourite act of the week as well. Well done, Nathan. I knew you weren't all bad, mate. You knew you were a good one, really. Should we go to our next act? I think we should do. I don't know if he's going to be in his bed or what's going to be going on there. But we are. Oh, here we go. We're back to the home of the stand. We're going back to Edinburgh. Well, first time in Edinburgh, but you know what I mean. We're talking about the stand a lot this evening. Back up to Scotland. So Glasgow again. I'm going to make you not just clap the bloody English, clap Edinburgh as well now. But if you would, go wild, go crazy, and welcome to stage the fantastic Michael Welch.
Hello, Hello, thank you. Thanks for staying in tonight. It's great to be in my bedroom. It's good. As Kev said, 2 Scottish people in this live stream, so you know what that means. Statistically, one of us has diabetes, and I need a piss, so it's probably me. So I'm Michael. I'm from Edinburgh. Sorry, Glasgow. I like to think of us as, well, Scotland's capital city, Scotland's cream of the crop, if you like. And by that, I mean twice as rich, but double the thickness. Don't worry, there was no silver spoon in my life growing up. No. Mummy was far too busy burning that with the heroin. I'm joking, of course. Remember, mums are always right, which is probably why my dad left. Oh, man, I've got to say, I am absolutely so tired right now. I didn't get much sleep last night because I've got these flatmates and they've been keeping me up all night having loud, aggressive sex. I know, I was there. And the walls are paper thin, but that's parents for you. My mum recently just got married to a taxi driver, which has completely ruined fake taxi for me. I remember the first time I met him, I never knew what to say. You know, I used to say the usual stuff. So, you been busy? What time do you finish? You know, I think it's quite difficult as well these days. You know, it's a difficult choice between getting a taxi or an Uber. It must be harder being a woman doing that as well. You know, it's a choice between getting in a car with a racist or a rapist. It's terrible out there. Man, my stepdad is particularly stereotypical, you know. I'm pretty sure he voted Tory in the last election as well. So it turns out there's something worse the stepdad can do than fuck your mum. So you're probably looking at me, right? And you're thinking, I'm probably the only person in the UK right now that looks more like a Mexican bandit with the mask off. And yeah, you're right. I'm rather crypto-racial. I could be anything. I'm ethnically ambiguous. I'm not black. I'm not white. I'm like Hovis best of both, you know, counterfeit cigarettes, if you like, of dubious origin and probably full of shit. But I've been every race imaginable growing up. And you might be confused by that, but I'll explain it to you. Because when I was 3, I was Chinese. Yep, that's right. That's me. Jesus Christ. Look at that bowl cut. You know, I always wondered why I was an only child. One child policy, obviously. With that haircut, I mean, honestly, it looks like someone's cut with a knife and fork. It's that bad. Honestly, I think that it could be North Korean with that, given me by my supreme leader, Kim Jong-un. Then I grew up and I became a chubby little Mexican. Oh, isn't he cute? Look at that. And look at that earring. A 6-year-old with an earring. That's far too early for a Scotsman to be using needles. And then I moved on, right, and I became a cute little Portuguese kid. Oh, look at that. So cute. It's probably missing on a milk carton somewhere. You know, his parents have probably left him in a hotel room. Oh, okay. No, well, think about it, right? He's cute, but he's not white enough for a Netflix TV series, is he? An 8-parter of that as well. Then I became a little Indian kid called Omar. So all I'm saying is I don't know what I am. I would take a DNA test, but to be honest, I'm too scared I'd fail. There's a fun fact for you. Do you know that humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas? Which in my case, I think is pretty interesting because I think I'm actually 100% DNA of banana. Because as I've grown up from age, I've gone from yellow to brown over time. Anyway, that's me. Thanks, loves and hugs. It's been a pleasure. Keep supporting live comedy and all that jazz. Enjoy life. Keep safe.
Thank you. Great stuff. Michael, thank you very much. Really enjoyed that. And you'll be pleased to know we're not coming out your set into another like Noel's house party reveal where we've got hidden cameras literally in people's bedrooms. Or Michael McIntyre does that more for the kids more recently, doesn't he, on his show. Look, please do, as the caption says there, keep letting us know who you think should go through. Sarah Clark, loads of comments from you. Thank you very much from that. Kitty Presland, very much enjoying Mr. Welch there as well. Sharon McCulloch, Evelina as well, I can see. Jess has been there. Loads of stuff going. Nice tash, Michael. Well done. It was a beautiful. Look at your beard, though. Go back. Go back. Who was that last comment from? Hang on a second. Colin, that is absolutely bloody magnificent. Unless you're cradling a beaver, which you could quite possibly be in that image, that is magnificent. Next time, I think if we have to go to anyone next week, I want to go back to that chat. Okay, let's try and get him in the back room next time, if we can do. That was brilliant. Kitty President enjoying that as well. Great stuff. Look, this shows are great, aren't they? I love how we get all these acts from, as much as I act like I do for some pretend that I don't know where any of these places are. You know, faux ignorance, basically for your pleasure. But no, it's amazing, isn't it? This competition wouldn't have been as great as it's been over the 5 heats so far. With one more to go next week, a broadcast live from Wales International. I know we're going over to our Welsh International studio next week, when fuck knows what the internet's going to be like from a holiday. I wouldn't call it a holiday room. I think we've got the last possible thing that there was on Airbnb. So it could be a prison cell that I'm broadcasting live from next week. But yeah, Heat 6 next week as well. So thank you so much to all the acts. So over every heat, over this one now, obviously, because you're the best. I mean that in all sincerity, but no, you really make the show. So thank you for all your efforts, and you guys watching and cheering along as well. It's been another great night. It's going to be another tough decision for the judges, I'm sure of it. How many more have we got to go this evening? We're down to the last 3 acts. We're racing through this evening. Then we've got a special guest who will be on, and then our judges deliberate. Let me just see who is in the... Yes, they're there. Brilliant. Well, that's always reassuring when you have a little look and check that they are there. They are. I don't know where this next act is from, because again, like Abby, she was a bit of a saviour coming forward and diving in when we had a dropout earlier in the week. She may talk about it or not. It doesn't really matter. Why am I so hung up on this? It just gives me something to talk about. And yes, I will talk about this with myself a little bit now as well. Let me just make sure I'm going to get her name right. I think I am. So again, Glasgow, Edinburgh, the Borders, places like that in the Borders, Stirling, and all those other border places, and the rest of the UK. Please go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage, the amazing Kitty McElroy Speed.
Hello! Oh, I'm so excited to be here. My name's Kitty Speed. I am colorblind. Red to me looks like brown, and green also looks like brown, and Christmas is a very depressing time of the year. Rudolph was just an ordinary reindeer. Why did they bully him? During lockdown, I've been reading some really highbrow feminist literature. Thank you. Yes. This is my Bible. I love this. I want to be a princess. I'd do everything. I try really hard to be brave and kind. Whenever I see them, I talk to rodents, even my ex-boyfriend. I've had one of my parents killed, but there's one aspect of growing up that the princesses have not taught me about, and I'm really upset about it. Okay, right, so these are all beautiful, brave, autonomous women, and none of them are banging. Why are none of them banging? Why have they been censored? Okay, so for example, let's take Ariel. She's my favorite princess because we have the same color hair. So Ariel, you know her, right? She's the little mermaid who famously went to the sea witch and traded in her voice because she wanted a vagina. Think about it. What did she really want? She's been censored. So I have rewritten the song Part of Your World to be more sex positive. To teach me. You know the song, right? It's the one where she imagines how great life would be if she finally had a pair of labia. So, okay, it's an a cappella sex positive version of it. So be brave and kind. Also, that's the only time that the word sex and a cappella have been used next to each other. Look at my boobs. Aren't they just neat? Wouldn't you think that my body's complete? Or wouldn't you think I'm the girl who's got shells for tits? Look at my waist. It's tiny but strong. I know that you're thinking, where have my organs gone? Looking right at me, you'd think, how does her hair do that? I've got innocence, elegance, beauty. I've got flippers, but somehow a bum. Sure, I've got crabs, but I'm a cutie. Well, who cares? No big deal. I want to come. I want to have what the people have. I want to try masturbating, strumming along on that. What's it called again? Oh, clit. Up there they speak a whole different language. Did you know that up there they've got a chocolate starfish? I want to go diving in. Muff. Up where they've got peens and they've got vagines and they've got everything in between. Like a real girl, strumming on that pearl. I want to come. Imagine my luck if I could sleep with someone special. Imagine my glee if I'm asked to pee on somebody's knob. Up where they jog, I want to snog. I want to get an Argos catalogue and find a new epilator and a vibrator that won't get waterlogged. I'm ready to bleed like some women bleed. I'll put up with that if I can speak to a GP. What's an STI? Why does my pee? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I adore to have a whole vulva for me to explore? Just like your mum, maybe in my bum. I want to come. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Kitty McElroy speed there, but a beautiful singing voice and such a beautiful song that we won't be playing to our 5-year-old daughter who is obsessed with all the princesses, obviously. But no, fantastic stuff. Thank you. So what an array of talent we have this evening, including Elsa and Callum. We found out the chap's name in our special guests as well. Oh, goodness, if you missed that, that was one of my favourite bits ever from the show. Again, apologies. Please do not sue me for the invasion of privacy. Look, we've only got 2 more acts to go. Shirley House, thank you very much. We love you, Kitty. Well deserved. No, it was a great set. Brilliant stuff there. Loads of comments flooding in on loads of different stuff. Incredible. There we go. Isn't that lovely, Kitty? Look, your fans out there. Amazing. From Alex Farrow. Oh, Kitty. I'm not going to read that one out. That was a bit rude. And some stuff I can't see. Well, look, the beard man's back. There he is. Look at this. Is a standing ovation in the theatre. Even Hugh Janus has got it, but she's blushing. I can still see her. She is blushing. And thank you very much for all those lovely comments. Superb. Look, only 2 more acts to go now, vying for the judges' attention. I don't know what way it's got to go. Luckily, I'm not involved in this decision. I can't be trusted, even not to, spy on people in their own homes. So it's only right that I'm not involved in the decision of who goes through. We will reveal at some point, probably the final, who our judges have been making decisions all the way through. If you want to send them some hate mail, stop sending it to me, please. 2 more acts to go. Are you ready? We're back down south now. Of course we are. We've been up and down the country like something that goes up and down. And the next one, I need to make sure that I get the name right. It's like Ian. So it will be, I've got it in my head. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, go wild, go crazy for Dean Cathell.
Hey everybody. I think we can all agree that 2020 has either been a complete wash where you didn't accomplish anything, or it is the worst year of your life, right? I mean, mine's in the second camp because my mom had cancer. It's fine. Don't get too upset. I said she had cancer. So obviously one of 2 things happened. Either way, I'm over it. Sorry, I know that might be a bit too far. Is that the line? I'm just going to jump right over that, just like my mom's grave. Oh, what? Did you want me to step on her grave? What the hell's wrong with you? No, listen, it's fine. You might think this is really disrespectful, but I told my mom these jokes last night. She's fine with it. I got the Ouija board out. It's all okay. Again, I'm kidding. She's literally watching from upstairs. No, so she didn't die of cancer. And I always say that when someone gets cancer, they're a hero, which normally annoys me. But in my mom's case, it's actually true, because you see, she not only got cancer during COVID, went through chemo during COVID, she's also a nurse. And you might be thinking, Dean, your mom's not crazy enough to have worked through COVID, right? So I'm in the kitchen, begging my mom, please, Mom, don't do this. Don't put yourself on the front lines like they have other nurses. You have cancer. And she looks at my dad, who was in the army, and she says to him, if your country was under attack and they called you up to fight, wouldn't you go? This is my war. Bit dramatic, if I'm honest. But I'm also like, you know what, Mom? You're right. And I start pulling scrubs on because I need to get out there and help. And she goes, Dean, you would be less than useless. Go watch Tiger King for the 5th time. You know what? I did. For my country. I do take a bit of umbrage with how she told us she had cancer, though. Because she just told us in, like, a family meeting. Like, a family meeting? I mean, like, I get it. She has cancer. But I would have liked a bit more fanfare, you know? Bit of theatrics. Like, I don't know, maybe a scavenger hunt? You know, you go around town solving riddles and puzzles and shit, and you just so happen to wind up at an oncologist's office. At least you then have some sense of accomplishment with the tragedy. Or, tell you what, something whimsical like a cake. Like, get an ice cream cake, write something in, like, pretty frosting, like, guess who's got cancer? Because then you're sad, but then you get to eat cake to get over it. Well, not get over it, but, you know, fill the hole your dead mom's about to leave. Oh, God, these are so bad. I can't tell if anyone's laughing, so this is really risky. But we're going to keep going. So I think I'm going to do a piñata when I tell people I get cancer. You know, just, like, fill a piñata with tiny plastic Grim Reapers and then have all my loved ones beat it to death like a metaphor. I'm so getting cancer. Like, I can't impress upon you enough how likely it is that I'm going to get cancer. My genetics are screwed. Specifically breast cancer, where my grandmother got it at 28. Her mom got it at 31. When I told my GP, she said, oh, it's a really good thing your mom's ever had cancer. You'd be fucked. But just to wrap it up, I'm transgender, and I've been in a house of people who love and support me for 5 months, so I'm not really good at coming out anymore. But I don't want my boobs anymore. Basically, I'm like a Tory who wants to take a historical area and just make it into a block of flats. And I've realized something. It's really dark, but I've realized something. Top surgery on the NHS is 2 years wait. Breast cancer is 2 weeks. I'm not saying I want breast cancer. I'm just saying I'm good at maths. All right, I've been Dean Castle, everybody. Have a good night.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. Enjoyed that immensely. Thank you very, very much indeed. Great, honest, raw comedy. I love it. Again, look, we just go from one act to the next, don't we? With different styles playing out. It's so encouraging. I don't mean this you know, I'm being serious for a moment. The future of UK comedy is very, very bright. If this competition is anything to go by, imagine how amazing these people are when they've got audiences to play off as well, and not just staring down that lens. Amazing stuff. Again, such high quality this evening. And look, loads of love coming through. Once again, loads of rounds of applause. Nice ones. Yes, nice from Avelina. Way to go. Deanne, awesome as usual, brilliant stuff. Look, great to see. Thank you so much, everyone watching and supporting all these acts. It does mean the world to us here at Nod and Dog Comedy and our supporters in association with Joke Pit. Don't know if you heard me naturally mention the great work that they do earlier on, but they are superb. They support us as well. Look, loads of comments coming in here. Sean chipping in on getting on the Kitty bandwagon again there. There you go. People looking for links. There you go, Showmate. We understood what you meant. Yes, there'll be links in the comments afterwards. You can track down everyone on their social media via our pages as well. Look, it's time for the last act of the evening. Again, I don't know what the judges are going to do. I'm sure it's going to be further complicated now. And then we'll go to our special guest, whose internet, by the little bits I've seen in the window shot I can see of them, might last for their own set. We might be cutting off our special guest this evening. Who knows? You never know on this show exactly what's going to happen next. Most of all, me. I don't really know either. So, look, you've been a wonderful audience. Haven't you been a great audience? You really have. We've actually seen some of the audience tonight, Elsa and Callum, in their natural habitat. Wasn't that a beautiful treat just to see how people relax and watch the show? Oh, dear. That's going to stay with me. That will, for good, positive reasons. And look, let's do it. Last act of the evening. Bigger than ever. The headliner, per se, of the show. Why not? Let's big it up. Go wild, go crazy. And please welcome to the stage the amazing Kate Bell.
Who's Kate Bell? Samantha? What? Oh, what now? Oh. Hi guys, hi. I hope you're all having an amazing evening so far. Oh, sorry, I cannot wear these masks for long periods of time because I'm claustrophobic. Yeah, but it's okay, guys out there. It's okay because I've had a test. You're safe. It's positive, guys. Yeah. Hashtag saving lives. Yeah. Okay, guys. So at Pixie Malone here, and I am so sorry that I cannot be with you tonight in person to collect the award, but I am so honored to be accepting this, the Prestige Online Influencer of the Year Award 2020. Yeah, thank you. As a social media sensation, influencer and stylist with over 489,245,129 followers who inspires the world, I really cannot put myself at risk as an essential key worker. So that's why during the lockdown, I have used my influence as an extremely influential influencer to influence millions to stay alert and to save lives, but just all from the comfort of my beautiful Pinterest board worthy home. So your votes tonight mean so much. Hashtag blessed. Oh, I'm getting in quite a lot of live tweets here, guys, from my amazing fans. Just so lovely. Hashtag loyal. Hashtag so blessed. I've got one here from @BigBoy100, and he says, apart from your coat, where are the jokes? Babes, this is an acceptance speech, which is obviously full of 100% pure sincerity, not jokes. Okay, I have another one here, and that is @Jemima Bitch Jones, and she says, this is awful. Oh, Gems, yeah, oh my God, right, I know. Award ceremonies can be so long, right? I mean, hashtag endurance test. Lols. There's another one here. Oh dear, Samantha, are you screening these? What? Really? Okay. So, hashtag bit of a mix-up. So it turns out that my PA/sister Samantha has told me that she's accidentally put in the wrong search, and this is the Facebook Live for the new online comedian of the year. I mean, I don't know any jokes. Unless you saw the Dior Autumn Winter collection at Paris Fashion Week this year. No, actually, it's terribly sad because this season they've really let themselves down. Hashtag wrong place, right time. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. But thanks so much. Thanks so much for the award. Oh no, that's wrong, isn't it? We're not doing that anymore. Oh, God, messy brain. Hashtag. Okay, so just to say, ciao, comedy guys, and I've been Pixie Malone. See ya. Samantha, get onto those people. Yeah, the awards people now, okay? Just get onto them and tell them that it's your fault, okay? Yeah, your job's on the line, and so is Mum's. I know, I can fire you. I can. Look at this. All of this for comedy, people. I mean, yuck. So embarrassing.
I think she might still be going, but that was amazing. Thank you so much. Brilliant performance there from Kate Bell. Superb. Yeah, as it's been said, loads of comments. Again, look, my computer's gone funny. My camera's moved, so you can see the those expensive lamps that we got. So move that back. Maybe that will stop it going a bit funny. Thank you so much, Kate Bell. Brilliant end to the show there, or Pixie, aka Pixie, of course. Lily Freer there, Kaz Spencer as well, enjoying it immensely. Loads and loads of comments here, and for acts that have been on earlier on in the evening as well. More love, look for Pixie there. Christoph, Ribs to win. Loads of stuff going on here. Kate Bell to win. Oh, there is a lot of love out there for all the acts this evening, and a massive round of applause to all of them. Let's remind you of everyone actually who has been on this evening. I think that's only fair. Do you remember right at the start, all those days ago when we started this show, we were in Glasgow, the poorest place out of any of the subsequent locations that we then went to. I tease, I jest, of course I do. It's probably true. Jimmy Longmuir was up first from Glasgow. Thank you very much, Jimmy. We then went to Charlotte Fox. We had Julian Moore Cook, Abby Clark, Captain Brad Beard. Of course, I hope you're okay, Captain. He went down at the end of his. Sounds wrong if you didn't see it. He collapsed at the end of his set. I'm sure he was all right. There wasn't a problem there. We then went to Ribs Norman, Michael Welch, Kitty McElroy Speed, of course, Deanne Caffel, and Kate Bell at the end. A brilliant night. Thank you very much once again to all the apps. There you go. Look. That sums it up from Evelina there. Yes, you're right. Pretty much any act from this evening could be one of the two that would be picked. It's I was ridiculed for this last week. It's not an impossible decision, Kev. All you got to do is make the right decision. Well, it's not me making the decision. Obviously, when we say an impossible decision, we don't mean impossible because we made a decision. It's just a difficult decision. And it is a difficult decision every week. You guys have been amazing. A brilliant audience as well. Look, while the judges deliberate, we've got a special guest for you now. A good friend of mine from the stand-up circuit in the Northwest. Let's bring up Roland Gent, if we can, please, Kane, and check that there's a working connection. Hello, Roland. Can you hear us? Hi, Roland. You there?
No idea.
Well, you're.
Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear.
We can hear you. Yeah, I don't know why you can't hear. You've probably not got the volume on, I'd imagine, or something. But you know,
the volume is way up. The volume is
okay.
up.
Well, you heard me say that. So what are you talking about?
You're in a submarine all night.
Oh, yes, that is our mystery location. To be fair, why
Can
don't
you hear
leave
me?
it be? Yes, I can, and you can obviously hear me because you're replying to the things that I say. Do you want to give it a go? Should we see how we get on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you now. Something happened then.
Okay, good. Well, you don't need to hear me now because it's just you.
To give it a go, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. You'll just get dragged out the show. So Men in Black will rush in and put a pillowcase over your head if it stops working. That's what happened to the other guys. We'll go to you. We're going to Roland for some amazing, lovely comedy from a special guest, and then we'll be back with our judge's decision. And I better stand by in case the internet goes down. Over to you, Roland Gent.
Am I on? I appear to be. Sorry, I'll stop talking. Great to be here. I'm a 53-year-old git. I live in Manchester. Manchester's a place where people are so poor they can't afford an accent, just a vowel. Sounds like a fucking study race around our way. Don't know if you want me to do new stuff or just ramble through stuff that I know. Life is weird. Life changes. The rules change all the time. I mean, for example, I'm now so porn stars had pubes. Anybody else? my day, we used to buy Razzle, which we always found under a bush near school, ironically. You know, there's plenty of bush in. But the thing is, I've got two lovely daughters, Madonna and Brittany, and I was helping them with their cookery home the other day. So I logged onto what I thought was a humble cookery website entitled Nosh My. Couldn't believe what I saw when I went on that. Just hundreds of Polish people, not a single pube between them, all thrashing away 10 to the dozen, all giving it plenty. I thought, Mike, put the back into it, not like your lazy British porn stars. Can't be bothered to get into bed for less than £10 an hour. You see, satire. But, you know, when you look at the boats, I just think, why don't we send a trawler over there and come on, welcome to Britain, get in here, make some porn. That's what I say. Because, I mean, you look at these poor Eastern Europeans, you think, crikey, no pubes between them. Looks like they all made them work at Chernobyl. But anyway, I really think that you know, we ought to do that, because when we leave by Brexit, when to leave, some people voted to leave because of the economy, some because of race relations, whatever. But when we leave, it's going to be a sad day for pornographers. That's your problem, because you're going to log on to your favourite Eastern European naughty website, and there'll just be a sign coming up going, "Sorry, Johnny Britisher, you've left. We're redirecting you to an English porn site, Wigan's Fattest Women." This is Doreen. She's got some tips. She's quite the looker for Wigan. But anyway, for God's sake, don't go on an English porn site, whatever you do, because you end up just looking at, well, people's soft furnishings, like behind me. You end up looking at people, curtains are wrecked, and so are those curtains. But anyway, you know, when you get old, you start going to swingers clubs and what have you. And I went to Manchester's cheapest club last week. I ended up having sex with a tramp. Turns out that means I'm a homeless sexual. Thank you very much. A week before that, I went back to Manchester's cheapest swingers club, where I did it with a lady who enjoyed being flogged senseless with children's modelling clay. Turned out she was a Play-Doh masochist. But I digress. Anyway, a few other things. I don't know if there's any teaching this, but the teachers aren't the brightest. I've got two lovely kids, as I say. And when they're in school, they name the classes after the year that they're in and the initial of the teacher's second name. So Madonna, when she was second year, she was in class 2A for Mr. Andrews, and then she was in class 3B for Mr. Burke. And then she got to year 4. This is where the teachers aren't so bright. She got to year 4, and the teacher's second name began with the letter Q, Miss Quinn. That's right, my daughter was in class 4Q. And the first day of term, the headmaster lined up all these kids in the playground and shouted at them, 4Q, line up. I went, you fucking sunshine. And he went, 4Q. And I went, well, 4Q as well. And he went, no, 4Q. And I had, in the end, me and the rest of the dads convulsed. We formed the 4Q Dads support group. We got T-shirts made and everything. We had team hugs. And we had to eventually explain it to the headmaster what 4Q meant or sounded a bit like. And, you know, the local press got wind of it and sent a report around. So they had to change the name of the class 4Q. They've now changed it to class 4Q2. Which isn't the brightest. Good job, changed it to class U2. Otherwise, Bono would have taught the kids that the streets had no name. And that's not true at all, is it, Bono? Because the school's on School Road. Anyway, other stuff. In school, British Bulldog, my favourite schoolyard game, is now banned due to political correctness. And so me and the 4Q dads, we brought back British Bulldog, taught the kids how to do it. We arranged an illegal game of British Bulldog in which we got all the, if you don't know it, you line up all the kids at one end of the playground, one stands in the middle and has to catch their it, you know, and then once you're all caught, it's the end of the game. It's a bit like sort of rugby with no ball. Anyway, Al Madonna takes after me a bit physically. She's probably not going to be batting more of a front row prop forward, I would have thought. And she was it in an illegal game of British Bulldog, and she smashed the fuck out of the poshest little boy in school. It was great. Young Charles, his name is, and young Charlie's dad is a solicitor. So young Charlie, he got beaten up by a Madonna, and he dobbed me in, and he dobbed me into the headmaster. His daddy dobbed me in, young Charles, and I had to do the walk of shame across the playground. As 4Q dads were going, hang him, hang him, hang him. And the headmaster sat me down and sat me down in the chair and he said, Mr. Gent, I have to explain to you that your daughter has been pushing Charlie in the playground. I went, she fucking never was pushing any Charlie. That was some sherbet dip I gave to dish around the other kids at school. The real shit, come see me. Anyway, and then we listened to Prodigy and got off our tits. So that was fun, wasn't it? I don't know whether that's 5 minutes or not. Looks like it. Anyway, that's 5 minutes. Kev, back to you, and hope you've worked out who wins, and maybe you can hear me. Probably hear me from your house, actually. So, ta-ta.
Thank you very much, Ron and Jen. Look, my internet has gone to absolute bloody nonsense. Well, that's been, look, that looks all right now, and if it might go a bit crazy again. If it does, apology, it is going a bit crazy. So I won't keep you for too long. Thank you very much. Round of applause, Ron and Gent there, coming on and doing his thing. Normally, when there's gigs, and we're allowed to do them in Manchester at the moment, just trying to hold us back up north, aren't they? But that's what, you know, conspiracy, probably that's what I'd imagine what word is on the streets at the moment. If we were allowed out our homes, send the help. Folkestone, Canterbury, send us food parcels if you can do. That would be nice. It's like the day after tomorrow, or is that a film? You know the one that I mean, one of those zombie type films scenarios up here in Manchester. If only the truth would get out. Look, it's been another amazing evening for stand-up comedy and the Nocky 2020 competition today. Thank you so much for all the acts. You've been absolutely amazing. Again, the judges are hating me quite significantly. I'm amazed they keep agreeing to do it week after week, just because the decision is nigh on impossible for only 2 acts going through when you got high quality from 10 brilliant performers as we've had this evening. Look, there is one, what idiot came up with this competition format? There's only one wild card that will go through from the whole 6 heats as well. So maybe that will come from this evening. Even that is going to be a decision. I'm glad I've given ourselves a couple of weeks break between heat 6 and the final on September the 20th. So get that into your diaries. You can reserve tickets on jokepit.com for that as well. So you'll have the link come through, not to the studio as happened for Elsa and Callum. We'll send you the proper one, I promise, next time. We really will. But look, it's that time before my internet collapses entirely, and we're pretty much on time this evening as well. Still the comments are coming through of whose people's favorites were as well, but this is down to the judges. They judge on their own criteria and for their own reasons as well. The first act to go through from Heat 5 to our final this evening is Deanne Caffel. Is our first act through. Congratulations, well deserved, as it would. I've been saying that to any of the acts actually, and this is in no particular order. I should mention as well. Did you like the little pause that I did there? I've been watching reruns of Britain's Got Talent recently, just to get that bit right for you. Add a bit of tension in. Look, get on with it, Kev. Yes, I will. I promise. Our second act through this evening. And I just feel shitty that there's not more than 2 acts going through. It is Michael Welch is going through this evening. So first off, apologies to 8 other brilliant acts that put on superb sets this evening. It has to be said, an absolute massive round of applause to you. And it is not the end of the road for those acts as well. I should point out that something that we like to do at Nodding Dog Comedy, and that we do an awful lot, I'll give you an example of it at the moment as well, is we support all the people that are generous enough to give their time in these competitions. So whether that's working with us online on some new projects, and we'll get in touch with you after the show. We do that every single week to let you know about some other stuff that's coming up. We want to support you and help you out, but also on live gigs as well. So the last 3 weeks that we've been outdoors and live in South Manchester, 4 gigs with Russell Kane, Boofy Graffo, Dane Baptiste, amazing acts that we've had. They have been supported by acts that have been in previous competitions and done previous online stuff for us as well. So I know we're going to have to be throwing hundreds of gigs a week to get in all the quality and the amazing acts that there's been. The judges, wouldn't be fair. I'll tell people in privacy, have mentioned to me in messages and when they came in my ear as well to tell me some other acts of note that they thought were absolutely brilliant. So all that feedback will get passed back. Oh, it's exhausting, and I hate that bit. I don't know why I didn't just do showcase things. Would have been much easier, but it's too late now. With Heat 5, probably make your mind up about that a bit earlier on. 2 acts of free. Well done to Deanne and to Michael. Well done to everyone else. It's been a brilliant show. Thank you to Elsa and Callum. Still, look, everyone saw that you took that in good nature, so I don't want any retrospective issues. I don't really say, oh, we can't sleep anymore at night because we feel like Kev may be watching us through the computer. We've had to get rid of all our devices. We're suing him. You can't do that now. Hopefully, because people saw that you commented afterwards as well. My mum always likes to say well done to the winners. Thanks, Mum. I don't know why Kane keeps putting her comments up. He always does. Thanks, Kane. Thank you to Kane at Joke Pit. Thank you to Roland Gent. Thank you to each and every single one of the acts. You were all brilliant this evening. I'm going to go for a little lie down. I start my new job at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, so lockdown's great. Hooray, redundancies. Hooray, brilliant. But no, that's really, my new bosses are watching. I can't wait. I'm really excited about it. Oh, shit. So thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in to Nocky 2020 Heat 5. We'll be back next week from Wales. I know, international. Again, thank you to all the acts on this evening. Thank you to you for watching. I need a drink. My voice is nearly gone. We'll see you again next week. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.